A slice, man, and you know what it is. Hold on a second. You are now rocking with Coach Boy TV, aka, matter of fact, Coach Boy TV Sports and COD, aka Chopping Tosh Entertainment, aka Keeping It Cousin, aka you know we buzzing. Nah, man, we are up on this beautiful Sunday morning. Thank God for waking me up this morning. No matter if you're religious or not, thank the Creator. Thank the Creator. No matter what it is. I hope your families are doing good, man. What's up, Rhino? Thanks for joining, brother. Yesterday we did this for about 2 hours, the same fight, with Holloway and Pacman. I was a little tired, so I just you know, just doing a little bit of AI practice on pro, but it's full MMA. When I do stand and bang, I use legendary AI, so that's how I get my practice in. Man, it's we're gonna have some fun. I hope if you guys haven't got the Pacquiao creative fighter formula, go check it out on my YouTube channel, Choppa Slice, CHOPPASLICE. Now on PlayStation 4 you can add me. It's CHOPPASLIC3. So that's me on PS4. By the way, welcome to UFC 4. Yeah, man, hit that like button though and subscribe. Tell your homies to subscribe. It ain't nothing. Just I appreciate the ones who have subscribed. Like I said, I'm back with it. I'm gonna be trying to drop a fighter at least every other day. I got another one coming next. I'm gonna be working on later. So, you know, we're gonna get those fighters out for you guys. I'm running out of room, but yeah, man, let's get to it. Oh, he's snutting. But yeah, we using Pacquiao. Now we using the oh, let me run it back. We using the kickboxing strategy, man. I was using the powerhouse, but I'm gonna try the kickboxing strategy, sniper. The reason why I use sniper with the boxers is because before there was an update about 4 or 5 months ago, and sniper used to be under the boxing category, but they recently, after one update, they moved it under the kickboxing category. So, you know, I wish you could pick your moves for your calves, but yeah, man, this Pacquiao is, I feel like it looks great. Of course, there's some changes I can make. It's a very hard facial structure to make. Like I say, man, if you pay attention to the templates, the Asian style, the Asian facial features, and the African Americans versus the Caucasian and Mexican and more. It's always something that's gonna be off, you know what I'm saying? Like Pacquiao, he has an Asian structure face because he's Filipino, but his features are different, you know what I mean? And so I just went with the template that I thought was gonna be best. But altogether, man, I feel like he looks really good. Of course, you know, he doesn't. I don't know if he looks 100% like Pat, but you know, I feel like we've done a good job. I feel like we've done a good job. To me, he looks good, man. Especially after seeing him right here in the octagon, it looks like I'm looking at him, you know, on TV, kinda, with the little bounce that he has when he jumps in like that, and then he backs off, and then he comes in with his jab. Pacquiao, you know how Pacquiao be doing. He has his own type of little style, man. He has the fastest flurry that I've seen since Sugar Ray Leonard, really. I feel like if he rematched Floyd Mayweather, he would have a chance at defeating Floyd. Not saying that, you know, Floyd wouldn't beat him again. I'm just saying, like, I feel like Pacquiao, he would have a good chance at it because he's done fought him once. Let's see. I'm gonna try to get some groundwork in today too. Gets the elbow up into the target. Elbows landing now. Going up. Total strikes have landed for Max Blessed Holloway. 32. Yeah, man. I don't have many, man. Thank you though. Is that sarcasm or was you really like saying congrats? If it was sarcasm, that was real funny, man. I ain't gonna lie, because I was talking to my girl about that the other day. But I was pretty happy about my little 32 subscribers, man. I like the ones who did subscribe, man. I appreciate you guys, man. I love you guys. And I'm back to having fun with this stuff, man. I'm not gonna let it You know, when I get stressful when I get backed up on fighters trying to please everybody, but you know, we all have lives, man, and people got to realize we all have lives. I can't stay on the video game all day, so you know, I try to make my time. You know, I'm not worried about him right now.
And he landed the right hand there. And a nice left hand there on the inside.
But yeah, man, that's right, Rhino. We're gonna grow. We're gonna grow. You know, I got plans, man. If you know, I hope it happens. Not saying it will, but I do have a chance at it. But it's hard work and dedication, and I could put more work and effort in it than I do, man. You know, I feel like I don't put enough effort into what I'm doing. There at times I do, but sometimes I feel like I'm struggling, man. You know, which I think about that little freestyle of mine that I done in the intro. I was thinking about doing that every time I drop a fighter, but it might just be on special occasions, cause I want to get back to working on music too, man. I've been spitting bars for a long time and don't even have a professional video out yet.
Just misses there with the left.
Man, these AIs, man, their boxing is nasty. Of course, you know we facing Holloway. Thank you, brother. Boom!
At trying to shut the liver down.
Oh, and a nice jab by him there, and that's going to give his opponent some problems if that keeps landing.
See, that was a quick counter, man, and you see how quick he evaded my counter? Like, you got to think quick, man.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one?
Nice.
If I work that body. We pretending that Masvidal worked with Pacquiao on his kick. You know. See, I honestly feel like if Pacquiao, Floyd, any of them wanted to fight in the UFC, yeah, people think it's funny and laugh like it's a joke. But if they were to really want to do it and put their mind to it, I feel like they could. It would probably take them a good 6 to 8 months to fully, you know, comfortably, memorably get it down in their arsenal to kick and block kicks and check kicks. Not a lot of people know how to do that. And for a boxer, I feel that'd be hard for them to process. What they should do is work on nothing but wrestling, Muay Thai, and practicing evading kicks and practicing their transitions and getting up and things like that when they grapple instead of boxing the whole time. And then I think, you know, like say the last week or two from the fight, they should practice their boxing. Because a boxer is going to be, you know, that's never going to leave. Even though, you know, I'm not saying UFC fighters aren't lethal with the hands, because they are too. You can't count them out, man. In my opinion, they have a little bit more weapons, actually a whole lot more weapons than a boxer has. 9 times out of 10, a boxer is not going to defeat a UFC fighter if you just put them in the cage with each other because of the feet and the wrestling. But it can happen. I've seen it happen. Ray Mercer knocked out Tim Sylvia, who was really a pretty good heavyweight, man. He beat some good people in the UFC, and he knocked him out in like 12 seconds. But that's because he connected what I just now connected. You know what I'm saying? He connected that hard right. So, you know, if a boxer connects against the UFC fighter, especially with UFC gloves on, now the boxer 9 times out of 10, not always, but 9 times out of 10 most of the time is going to be the harder puncher, right? Because he worked on the hands constantly, nothing but hands. So, of course, he's going to be the better man with the hands. But there's UFC fighters like Max Holloway that know how to box, man, that train too. So, it's not like that, you know. Look how good Conor done against Floyd. I mean, if they were in a cage with Floyd not knowing how to defend anything, Conor would have destroyed him. But give them guys some training, they're going to UFC and do damage. A boxer, if he trained like someone like Pacquiao, Terrence Crawford, and Gervonta Davis, explosive boxers like that, if they trained MMA and learned and wrestled real good, like Gervonta Davis, a short guy, he would be very good at wrestling. You know what I mean? Floyd said he's been focusing on his wrestling, but you got to think, if Floyd's gonna do a UFC fight, he needs to do that quick, man. I mean, he's 43, man. You know, he needs to do it ASAP. Like, you know, he needs to take at least a year. By the time he's 44, he need to be done fought one. Not even a year, man. Take 6 months, get you a little UFC fight, see how you do. If you do great, and you want to do another fight and fight somebody like Connor or, you know, Holloway, then boom, train for that. But you need to do it now, man. But, and it's weird though, because sometimes people have 2 primes. Like Floyd was one of those dudes. George Foreman was one of those guys that had 2 primes that held done better when they got older, you know.
Oh, he might be out. Trying to stay in this fight.
Yeah, I seen that. You know, Ben Askren mushed Jake, right?
And they separate.
Hey, dude, I could tell the mentality that Jake Paul has, man. He's a yeah. The mentality Jake Paul has is a little. I went to school with people like that. You know what I'm saying? And I know you guys probably know people like that as well. Carry themselves like they're the shit. They got a little size on them. You know what I'm saying? And they are a little decent at what they do. They're not the greatest, but they're decent enough, you know. But that size, that's what gives them the nutsack that they think they have. But, you know, it takes someone like Ben Askren. He's been working on his boxing. And, of course, Ben Askren is not going to be someone like Max Holloway with the hands, or, you know, or Pacquiao Floor, you know, Connor. You know, he's not going to be like that. But if he can get it decent enough to muscle memory, to at least have a little technique out there, I think Ben Askren will handle Jake Paul. Because when I look back at the Lawler fight, man, I don't know if it was the Lawler fight or a different fight, but it was one of those fights. Ben Askren was keeping it up on feet. Like, he was, I mean, he was struggling, but he had a chin. I mean, he was taking bangs, and he was banging back. So, I don't know, but Masvidal caught him with that knee, put him out, and, you know, that embarrassed him a little bit. Woo! That was nasty. Stay still, just stay patient.
Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on it.
Stay patient. We got 7 seconds. Hell, yeah, I ain't even gonna do nothing. Cool. I got Max busted up. I got Max Holloway busted up pretty good.
Probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight.
Now, see, I feel that would happen if he was to fight Pacquiao. I feel like that right there. Pacquiao's one of those guys, and he's a senator. He's a politician. That's weird.
Right, so there's the horn. Let us now look back at
imagine when Pacquiao's one of those guys that he's completely nice to everybody, yo. Like, cuz don't disrespect nobody, cuz like he's nice to everybody. Like, you can get on stage and push Pacquiao and he'll smile and say, that was not nice, not nice. But when you get in that boxing ring, he's gonna beat you like he was a thug. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Pacquiao, there's no style that Pacquiao haven't seen. So, like, I should have been had him on the roster, you know. Oh, stunned me with that. I'm getting better with that lean back. I stopped. See, when I first started playing this game, that lean back, that pullback like that, my pullback counters are getting better. But I started getting tagged every time I done it. It was almost like it didn't work. But you got to do it with a time. Like, you have to time it. You can't just lean back. Like you have to time it like that, you know. Yes, Ngannou punished Steve Miocic, man. And I feel like, you know, the fight, I feel like, I don't know, there may be a number 3. There should be. Because those guys are a rival. Steve just didn't show up, man. I don't know. Stipe, I feel he could have done a whole lot better than what he did.
Just misses with that big right hand. And there comes the separation now. Oh, huge knee to the head. You got him.
Take my time.
All right, so a good job by him here. He continues to block these shots.
Pacquiao's out of stamina now. This is where it gets hard. I see how I got him busted up. Now that I done all that work, if I make a mistake, see, Holloway's gonna turn it up. He's gonna end up knocking me out. So if I stay patient like I'm doing, don't waste no blows. This is a round where I need to stay patient. I done busted him up. So, oh, this is the third round. Well, I need to score, but I don't need to make no dumb choices.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body here, really starting to connect.
See, I done beat Holloway up a little bit to where he's a little bit injured. You know what I mean? But I am too. Like, he's catching me with them stuns, so he's wanting to really win this fight. He feels like he's behind. See? And they're giving him it. They're giving him the stuns, man. They're giving him to test me, to see if I can survive. That's how this game works. Oh!
Straight right.
Pacquiao does that explosive run in. Boom!
Oh, he's really starting to apply pressure on his opponent.
Come on, man.
Oh, nice job using his strength there to posture up. We'll see what he can
When I hit R1, it doesn't do anything. Like, am I hitting it wrong or something?
Just a slip there. And he switches his stance yet again.
Let's go, going lefty.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Just unable to quite find that range. Whoa!
What a fantastic strike to throw at
Let's
the
keep
exact
getting him.
right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
Oh!
He's hurt bad.
That's bull, man.
Lands. Wow! Man, he's timing his shots nicely. It's like Tom Brady.
They're gonna do anything to let this dude win, because it's on hard.
Bring it in, Tom Brady. Stop it. John, stop it.
No way, I'm not gonna let that happen. They're not gonna screw me out of that.
Bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head or he's going to get blasted.
Let's go, Pacquiao. Great transition
All right, we'll see how
for
he
someone
chooses
who
to
don't
defend
even
here.
wrestle. Oh, see, this is where they're screwing me. Oh, shit. No stamina. Oh, man, come on.
Oh, he's not going to get
Now they're trying to screw me over, man.
Oh, man, that was slick.
Well, he's
What's up, Danny?
but he is hurting for certain. The finish could come at any time.
Now they're trying to screw me, man.
Able to check that kick as well.
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh!
Stay back. 15 seconds. Oh, see, they're trying to let him knock me out, man, because they know they know I got it. I think I got him on the scorecard.
That one landed clean. Big and kick.
All right, let's see if I got it.
All right, let's look back at some of the action, DC. They go the distance snipe, but you got to think he won over the judges with his striking acumen tonight.
Yeah, you got to watch one of the best strikers in the entire UFC. He did everything so well, and in my opinion, he should.
Pacquiao was banging, though. It was back and forth. I don't know.
The official decision is in. Bruce Buffer has it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard for a decision. All 3 judges.
Man, look. Hold on, let me get the results, and I'm going to talk to you about that, brother, man.
Decision, Max
What?
Holloway.
Wow.
All right, nice job by him there as he is your
Rhino, what you think about that, man? That was bull. And you seen this whole fight.
Easier said than done.
I don't know, man. Maybe it was the ground and the knockdown that got it in the last round. But Danny P, man, like I was telling Rhino, bro, Ngannou came to fight. Steep, I don't know if he was there or he just, you know, it was just not his night. But, man, yeah, man, they robbed me, brother. But that power that Ngannou has is unreal, man. Like,
Oh,
It's unreal. They need to, I feel like he should be in a whole different division. Like, they need to make a super heavy to weight. You know what I'm saying? People like him, like, I don't know, man. But nah, I feel like, you know, he stayed patient. He done good, man. He waited for his chances. See, in the first fight, he was doing good in his boxing, but he wasn't being patient. He was going for those power punches. So it was letting Stipe counter him. And now when I say counter him, not just counter him with punches, but counter him with the takedowns, counter him with the kicks and everything. And I feel like Stipe should have landed way more calf kicks and at least threw more kicks to see if he could land them. I mean, there was ways he could have won on the scorecards, but he was definitely not knocking Francis out that night. He needed to either gain a little bit more muscle for that fight, or he needed to fight in a different strategy. He said before the fight that he was going to use a different technique. Well, I think he should have used the same, because Stipe has power too. So, but man, it was a good fight. I just think he got caught, man. Zingano has unreal, like he shouldn't have. You know, why would you step in and try to trade with Zingano, man? I don't know if he just done that by decision or Zingano forced him to fight his style. But it was just Zingano's night, man. If I'm saying his name right. But it should be a 3 because those two make a good rivalry, man. It reminded me of the Woodley and Wonderboy Stephen Thompson. When I seen that fight, Woodley and Thompson, that was one of the best fights of this decade. Like, that was definitely one of the best fights ever. The heart that Thompson had in that fight, oh my God. It reminded me of the heart that Calvin Kattar had against Holloway. I mean, Thompson was taking mad punishment from Woodley. But he was giving it too. He was giving him hell. Thompson had better hands than Woodley, but Woodley had way more power. He's like a Zingano. At the time, he was like Zingano, but in a welterweight. He had so much power. And Stephen Thompson got busted up, but he stayed in the fight with the heart that he has, man. And he fought it out and drawed one, I think, or did he lose one and win one? But that's one of my favorite fights. But last night, man, I don't know, man. I just think it wasn't Stipe's. They haven't even updated the roster yet and put Stipe as champion. They probably will later.
Nice 1-2 there. Try to establish that jab.
Oh, nice right hand by Max.
So you got to keep moving on Holloway.
Well, the left hook has been there,
and you can't miss a lot on him, man. So really, don't even throw unless you know you're going to hit him. But you can't let him hit you with them hard ones. Like them calf kicks, I'll give him some calf kicks as I throw punches.
Both fighters throwing heat now. Just misses with the jab.
Oh, you try to sneak me.
Holloway's strike attempt there is blocked.
But on the Jake Paul and Ben Askren fight, Jake Paul is an idiot, man. That's just my opinion on him. I'm not a fan of him. I'm not trying to disrespect the dude or nothing like that. Cause I mean, I sound like a complete hater, but I feel like Jake Paul is just a rich kid who, you know what I'm saying, who kind of like ran his mouth and got his way into the fight world. He you know what he said? He said, "Oh, this is boxing versus UFC, fam. You're not even a boxer." You know what I'm saying? You beat up a YouTube guy and a basketball player that doesn't even box, bro. You're not even a boxer. Like, when you fight somebody like, damn, he's trying to be a boxer. He got me again. I was talking. But when you fight somebody like, they need to put him in there. I know somebody that will whoop his ass. Excuse my language. And I'm not sure if the kid's the same weight or not, but his name is Nikita Ababi. Look him up. They call him White Chocolate. He's from Brooklyn, New York. He's a white boy, and he's nice, man, with his hands, man. He's a boxer. I feel like he would whoop Jake Paul bad, and he's a little younger, I think.
Out of range with that one.
But Askren needs to go in there and just not stand in front of the damn punches like he's an idiot, you know, with his hands up and just standing there like a tree. You know what I'm saying? He needs to go in there and keep his head off the center line. I'm not saying move a whole stinking lot because we know he's getting older. Keeping it real, people might laugh when I say this, but Askren does have power. I mean, he's not a weak dude. You know what I'm saying? He just, if he knew how to use his hands, probably would have been one of the most effective UFC fighters to ever do it. Because his wrestling game is on a thou. You know what I'm saying? If not a little bit better than, I can't say better than Khabib's, but it's up there. You know what I'm saying? But I just really hope he goes in there and just, I know he's not going to look like Superman with his hands or nothing like that. But if he can just stay with the technique and just throw, you know, kind of use a strategy to beat him, like frustrate him with his hand in his face. And I noticed that Askren has a nasty uppercut, man. He favors his right uppercut. He has a nasty one. If you guys go look at some of the training videos, he's training with KD, I think, or something like that. He's training with a retired boxer. So, but yeah, man, I feel like Askren has a chance of beating Jake Paul. But Jake Paul's calling multiple UFC fighters out to box them. Why don't you train MMA and try that? If I was in shape, I would fight him, but I ain't in shape, you know. I'm chunky. I smoke a little bit of cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, I'm not super chunky, but you know, I'm just not in shape. So, like I used to be. Now, if it was about a year or two ago, yeah, I'd have fought him. But I'm not gonna let someone stand in front of me and talk crap. I don't do that. That ain't how I get down. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, I'll bust him in the mouth." You know, I mean, because that's not proving anything. I'm not doing it. I'm just talking it. But I'll tell you this: I might get disqualified before the fight even happens if you stand in my face and talk shit. Everybody that knows me, that grew up around me and know me, went to school with me, knows I'm not gonna let you do that. So his best bet would be, if he was fighting me, his best bet would be to not even talk shit to me up in my face, dude. Just stay away and you know what I'm saying, talk your crap right there 10 feet, you know, because when you get in reach to where I can reach you, and damn it, I can reach you. I might be 5'9", but I can reach you. I have a 70-something inch reach, maybe longer. But I would probably tag him. I don't know. It would probably just be out of nerves, because I get nervous, man. Sometimes my nerves get the best of me, and that's what I would need to learn, is mentally being able to handle myself in a fight and not let my nerves get the best of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm on YouTube fighting, actually, man. I forgot where he uploaded that video. I was fighting this kid, man, on YouTube, and he was a whole lot bigger than I was. Chopper versus Brandon. Look that up. I was young. I was like Danny P's age. Chopper versus Brandon. This kid was super big, man. He was a whole lot bigger than me. And from the looks of it, it was kind of like a boring little fight or whatever, because I was smaller, man. I was only like $135, and I had to be careful. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't just run in and start blowing with him, because he was a lot bigger than me. I would have been dumb. It'd have been dumb to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I had to stay back. I didn't stay back. I just had to pick my shots. And every time I went in and engaged with him and started connecting, you could tell that I was connecting. But every time I engaged and we collided, it would knock me off balance, because he was bigger and he would try to push me. But every time he done it, I caught my balance. But I mean, I fought him. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could have. I wish I would have had a little more weight on me. Like if I was to fight him now, probably would have beat him. But we fought fair and square. Before that, if you watch the video, 10 minutes before the video started, the fight already had kicked off because he had got out the car and kind of walked up on me, and I stole on him with a nice two-piece. I wish they would have got it on camera, man. I wish I could prove it. It was beautiful. Y'all would have loved it. It was a nice little two-piece. It was like a boo boo like that. Just a quick little pow pow. One of them right there. And he backed up. I busted his lip. And they was like, no, not yet, not yet. Get in the street, get in the street, get in the street. So everybody broke us up. We got in the street. We squared off in the street. And we fought. And the dude that I was recording music with at the time had made sure that they wasn't going to jump me, because he had came with like a carload of people. He had like 5 people, you know what I'm saying, that was with him, man. So, you know. But yeah, man, he was a bigger guy. And, you know, it wasn't the most exciting fight that I've been in way better fights and done way better than that. It was just, you know, I think I did pretty good at surviving. Like, but you know, at the time, I didn't, you know, strategically, technique wasn't, you know, at its greatest, you know, because I was a kid, so. But now I have better technique with my punches, and I follow in through with my punches a little better. Even if I fought a bigger guy, like I would know, you know, how to defend myself a little better with the technique. But I didn't do too bad.
Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
And they both stand up.
But yeah, Chopper versus Brandon. I think Chief Keef, I don't like, is playing on an instrumental and somebody's rapping over it. Let's change the fighter, man. Max Holloway got me on that, but yeah, y'all go check that out, man. It's embarrassing for me, but you know, a lot of people told me, you know, don't be embarrassed. I mean, everybody's had fights to where, had boring fights to where, you know, some fights just, you know, you just got to take your time. Well, yeah, babe, I know. Pacman. We got Terrence Crawford. Let me check him out. Who we gonna put against him? Terrence Crawford. Let's see him and Poirier go at it real quick.
All right, coming up next, it's a UFC lightweight division bout.
But yeah, man, every time me and him engaged, even though he was bigger than me, I still caught him with like 2 good shots every time. I was letting that left hand get in there. But every time we engaged, he slowed it down.
All right, so we got 2 classically trained strikers here.
Oh shit, man, I was young at the time, Danny. Thank you, brother. I mean, I think I do well at defending myself. I think I can fight, but I mean, I actually, let me rephrase that. I out here for people on the streets, I think I can defend myself. I can't fight, but I can defend myself. Well, I don't know. Do I deserve to say I can fight? I mean, I did train for a while. For about a year until I got kicked out of the class for fighting in school.
Now goes in and secures the takedown.
Yeah, the head movement like cat reflexes, ain't it? I will admit that though, that my head movement's up there.
Here on the ground.
But it was just I had to my punches, man. He was bigger than me and trying to grab me every time we collide. You know what I'm saying?
Well, straight right hand has been a good weapon for him. He misses with it there.
Big, powerful punch land.
Thank you, brother, man. I appreciate it.
And there comes the separation now.
Well, I fight a lot better than I do now. I fight a lot better now than I did then. I guess it was growth and maturity and kind of learning and studying at the time. I was just now getting into boxing and wanting to box and, you know, starting to do it myself. But, you know, I was still young, you know what I'm saying? I was, what, 19, 18? Something like that. I think I was 19, yeah. Or 20. I might have been, no, I was 19 years old then, yeah. I was 19. I was a year out of high school. So I'm 27 now, so. Getting old, man. But yeah, he kept trying to like bully me. He kept trying to, you know, he kept trying to like overrun me. So every time he done that, I would like duck my head. And when I ducked my head, I would try to either hit him with a body shot, come up with an uppercut, or come out with like, what do they call it, an overhand counter. I would try to throw those. But it would be sloppy because my technique wasn't good with it. Look, he said you still got many years. Yeah, I know, brother. I wish you guys could have seen the video though, like raw footage of it. Man, the raw footage is a whole lot better where he didn't slow it. Oh man, Dustin Poirier is killing me. Where he didn't slow it down or nothing, he just let it play out. Oh man, you could hear it like when we're near the fence and I rushed him. And he kind of tried to push me. He tried to push me into the fence, and I ducked one of his punches, hit him in the body, and came up and hit him in the head with a right. And he pushed me into the fence. Man, you could hear the collide on that, man. It was like.
All they have to worry about is who can rely on their knowledge. He didn't like that left hand.
But that kid, I grew up, you know, went to school together. But he's a bully, man. He likes to, you know, he likes to try to bully kids, man. And he thought he was gonna bully me, and I wasn't gonna let that happen. So he called me out, so I said, fuck it. I'll fight you any day of the week.
How about the speed on that reversal there? I mean, I know you can get out of some bad spots, but not with that type of speed.
You cannot allow him to get leverage on the bottom. What a sweep.
Back to his feet.
Oh, that's a nice strike.
Looking to land the right just out of range.
Was that blood drawn? Oh yeah, like there was blood drawn before the fight, like before the record even started recording, bro. Like I told you, it started in the yard. Like when we first started fighting, the cameras wasn't even on. I walked out of the house. I was recording in the booth. I walked out of the house. He had texted my phone and said, "Yo, I'm here." And I walked outside. I was like, "Damn, Balance, he's here." And he was like, "I got you, bro. I ain't gonna let him jump." I was like, "All right, cool." So I went upstairs, went outside, was like, "What's up?" And he started charging at me in the yard. So when he charged at me, he threw wild, like he swung real wild. And I caught him with a counter. Bam! Hit him again. Bam! And they broke us up. It was like, "Nah, we gonna do it right. We gonna do it in the street." So I was like, "All right." Because we almost went to, we started to go to the ground. When I hit him with the counter, we almost went to the ground because he tried to grab me up. I had a wife beater on, a burgundy wife beater, I believe. And he tried to grab me up, and they didn't let us. They wasn't letting us grapple. They wanted us to throw hands. So I was like, all right, you know. I mean, to me, fighting's fighting, though, you know. So we started in the street. But yeah, his lip was bleeding. I had punched him. I busted his lip real bad. And then after the whole fight was done, he had a little bit of a red mark under his eye. I wasn't bleeding nowhere. You know, not saying like I didn't get hit or anything. Yeah, I got hit once or twice, but I didn't. Thank God I didn't get, you know, busted up real bad.
I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
I would love to cut him up though.
You don't see that very often.
So 31 total strikes have landed for Dustin the Diamond Corey. Man, he's timing his shots nicely. It's like Tom Brady out there. He hasn't missed the target.
I mean, you insist on bringing in Tom Brady. Stop it, John. Stop it.
I've lost fights though, Danny P. Don't get it twisted. I mean, I'm not gonna. I haven't won. I ain't gonna sit there and say I won every fight I've been into, cause I didn't. I mean, I've lost a couple. I mean, I ain't lost a whole lot, but I lost a few. You know. Hell, one of my. Yeah, it is good for you. One of the best fights that I ever done good in, on the real, I lost. It was a little white guy, man. He was smaller than me. This kid took karate since we were in kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? Like I should have known. I should have known to like hit him first. Like I should have hit him first. I let him hit me first, and that was a mistake. So that's why I don't ever let nobody hit me first again. Man, I'm letting this dude cremate me, man. What is going on? But yeah, I let the kid hit me first, man. In lunch, we was in lunch at school, and my sister came up to me crying, and she said that he had done something to her. I think called her the N-word or something like that. She used to date him, and so I was like, damn, here we go. So I walked up to him. He's a little quiet kid. Cool. We're friends now. He actually in the military. He's in the Battle of Syria actually. So, but I walked up to him and confronted him. I'm like, yo, man, what's up? You called my sister the N-word. No. Get out of my face. And he was just being real rude. So I was like, how about we just go to the bathroom and we'll talk in there. And right after I said that, he got up and cracked me in the face and hit me with like a 3-piece. I couldn't even get myself together. You know how, I'm gonna tell you, it was funny too, man. You guys would have laughed. You know how Matt Serra, when he stunned George St. Pierre, how St. Pierre couldn't get it together, like he just kept falling. He just couldn't get himself together. That's how it was for me. But luckily for me, I managed to end up getting myself together because I tackled the kid. And it pisses me off to this day because he was getting the best of me for like the first 30 seconds on feet. And that's where I fight, is on feet. And I had to tackle him in order to get him. So I tackled him, full mounted him, beat him a little bit, hit him with an elbow, split his eye. He got me out of full mount. He took his feet. When I had him in full mount, he took his feet, put him over his head, on my chest, pushed me down. Like, it was the weirdest shit. Like how I'm in full mount right now, he took his feet, put them like over my shoulders, like say like how you would screw a girl, put her legs over, you know what I'm saying? I know, I'm just explaining to him something. The sex position, like you put her legs up on your shoulders, and he pushed me off like that. Like I've never seen nothing like that, and reversed it. So then we got up on feet. Then we started going blow for blow. Bang, 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 bang. And then they broke us up, man. Security guard speared me and speared him and broke us up. It was a great fight. Back and forth action. But I mean, I felt like some people say I lost, some people say I won. Some people say we tied. But I mean, I think I lost that. Like, honestly, man. Like, in my heart, I feel like I lost that fight. Maybe I didn't, but I just feel like I did, because it didn't go the way I wanted it to. You know what I mean? Like, I was uncomfortable the whole time. I wasn't comfortable at all. Like, I was fighting in uncomfortable positions, like on the ground, and I had to tackle him, and then he reversed me, so I had to get out of the reverse. And when he reversed me, he started to try to mount me, so I had to wrestle him up a little bit to get him off of me. And then when we stood back up, he caught me again. Then I had to you know what I'm saying, back up, use the jab. Then I came in and I caught him with one, but it wasn't enough power because where I done already got wore down a little bit and hit. My power was a little low, but I said, fuck it, since I ain't got enough power, I'm gonna turn, you know, I'm gonna use speed. So I just hit him with a couple speed punches, but it wasn't phasing him. But I was keeping him off of me. I mean, I was just kind of like bam, 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 and then it finally broke us up. So, but he was one of the toughest kids I ever fought in my life. That's why I say size don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Even though I wasn't that, we were the same size. I was just like a couple inches taller. So, but as far as, you know, weight and thickness, we probably weighed about the same. Maybe I might have weighed about 10 pounds more. But I learned my lesson, man. Them quiet guys, they're the ones who will screw your head up. And I learned my lesson and never let nobody hit me first. I'm using Terrence Crawford, man. Let me go back, man. I'm gonna start this over.
Alright, so we got two
Let's go.
trained strikers here.
Any
chance this fight actually goes to the ground?
This fight does.
Whoa!
What? Okay. Terrence Crawford, they got caught with a kick.
Oh, he might be out.
He's got to get it together.
That jab hurt him.
Crawford's getting it in.
Oh, straight right. Just misses with that one.
I seen Terrence Crawford struggle in the ring a few times, but I seen him also get it back together. I can't wait till him and Errol Spence fight.
Oh, straight right.
Good right hand.
I like Errol Spence. My dad liked Crawford. I like Crawford too.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Oh man, the fight was amazing, bro. Like, we both showed good technique. See, like, man, it was amazing. You would have loved it, bro. But I don't know, if you would have actually seen it from your eyes, you might have a different opinion. You might have thought that I lost, or you might have thought that we tied, or you might have thought that I won still. I just felt like you ever got in a fight, bro, and people know, like, you actually really did win, but you feel like you lost. That's how, you know what I'm saying? That's how I kind of felt.
And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if he can follow it up.
But nah, I mean, I handled my business, but I mean, he knew I was there, definitely. But I knew he was there too. So, you know what I'm saying? So, but this kid got trophies in this room, man, like 10, 20 trophies from karate. Like, he actually fought karate, like, so he knew, you know, he was no stranger to stand-up battles. So neither was I, though.
Hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here.
Oh, he's attacking choke now.
You knocked him out.
Now he's okay.
Said, well, I was in.
Well,
I wasn't aware where I knocked. You put him to sleep. How many times? Like, how? See, here's the funny thing, man.
Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots.
Dustin got me a little
Just over 2 minutes to go.
cut. I've only knocked one guy out, but he wasn't like knocked out. Like, let me run it back one more time. I'm sorry, guys. I keep running it back, but he wasn't knocked out like sleep, like for like a good 5 minutes and nothing like that. Like when the way I knocked him out. See, I lost. This is another fight that I lost. This was like 2 years later, and I actually really did lose this one, man. And see, yeah, from what I remember, I only lost like 2 of them, bro. Well, and when I was a little kid, I lost a few. But I was fighting. This is a place called the Lions Club. I don't know if y'all have any of those in the UK or not. It's like say for instance, war veterans, they go to the VA. It's sort of like a community committee place where they can have parties and weddings and things like that, even funerals. Who? Oh, mom. But I met this kid after school. See, I beat this kid's brother up, and I got locked up and everything over this. I was 7 years old. It's not 7 years old, sorry, 17 years old. And I was kicking it with a friend. It was Friday. It was after school. I was a teenager. I was like, what, 17? So I was hanging out with one of my boys, and he said, all right, man, this dude's coming through in a little bit. Because we was wanting to buy a little bit of weed, you know. We were kids. We was wanting to get high on a Friday. So I was like, cool. Well, the kid turned out to be a kid I didn't like, named Michael. I went to school with the kid, and I'm gonna tell you why I didn't like him. We used to be good friends when we were in the 5th grade and 9th, all the way through like 9th grade. And this was when I was in 10th grade when this happened. No, I was in 11th grade. Yeah, I was in 11th grade. The food, like we were kids. We were smoking bud, and it was laced with like embalming fluid or something like that. And I went crazy, like all of us did. We started running through the woods, and we made up these little creatures called giblets, and we was pretending that we were hunting them, like hunting giblets, like. And I was really seeing these little creatures, man. You know how to go Pokemon on the phone when you look for Pokemons? It was like that. That's how it looked. Like a little emoji running around, you know. But one of us was playing with a fireball, and we set the fireball on fire. And as we were running, we were high. We were so stoned. We threw the fireball into a field. Well, forgetting that we had it on fire, the damn thing burned up a cornfield next to it, so the cops came. He questioned all of us. Everybody knew to shut the hell up. Well, the 3rd time they questioned me, they brought me in a room. They said they already done told us, son, who had the weed. I was like, nah, they're telling a lie. I don't smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? And he said, son, they already done told us. He showed me the weed. So one of them ratted me out. So I got mad. I was like, well, fuck, he had the lighter. He said, son, it don't matter, you know. So I was mad. He ratted me out. And after the police left, I told his aunt, I said, you know, they're the ones who had the smoke. They bought the smoke. I didn't bring the smoke up here, because she was acting like I brought the weed up there and I was getting her nephews high and corrupting them and things like that. So I was like, no, ma'am, they were getting me high. And I told her that, and she believed me. I proved it, actually. Because she had gave them some money that day. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we had got in trouble for burning this field up. And I didn't forget about it. Well, needless to say, going back to the story when I told you I was 17, and I went to jail. My boy Andrew was like, yo, dude's coming to bring us some smoke. So it's a Friday, we're after school, wanting to get high. And I was like, cool. So he told me the name of the dude that was coming. Well, the dude was the guy that we burned up the field with, smoked the embalming fluid and seen giblets and things like that. So I was like, oh, it's that motherfucker? He said, yeah, by the way, he said you was a snitch. I was like, I'm a snitch. He was like, yeah, he said that when y'all burnt down the field, you was the reason he went to foster care and blah, blah, blah. Made up this whole lie, man. I was like, nah, bro, he snitched on me. They told the police that I had to smoke. I told his aunt that they're the ones who had to smoke after the cops left. So, you know, I didn't snitch on nobody. I just told his aunt the truth because she thought that I bought the shit. But I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But I also waited till the cops left. I could have told the damn cops, but I mean, I don't roll that way. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't about to have his aunt thinking she's a great lady. I wasn't about to have her thinking I was the one who bought the weed and got, you know, and made them smoke and all of that. So I told her the truth, and so I got mad. I confronted the kid when he came through the gate, and he said, I didn't say that. And I was like, well, Andrew told me you said that I snitched. He said, no, he's lying. So I was like, all right, whatever. Well, we get the smoke. I go about my business. He tells the truth. And after I confronted him, I knew he was going to do that because he's a little bitch anyway. After we got up to the crib, Andrew was like, this ain't even real pot, dude. And I had put my money with it, so he had done burnt us. He stuck us. So I was like, fuck that. It's Friday, right? I'm a kid. I want to get high. I'm not letting my only $20 go to this fool. You know what I'm saying? So I went out the gate. Everybody was, I said, well, let's go get the money back. Everybody was like, oh, he's with like a bunch of people. I can't. I'm like, I'm not scared. So I went out there. I was like, yo, let me get my money. He wasn't trying to do it. So I grabbed him, started going through his pockets, and he started resisting. So, sorry about that, guys. He started resisting, and we got to fighting. Well, I beat the damn shit out of the kid. And his crew was watching this fight. They didn't even jump in. I was willing to fight all of them. Because, I mean, like I said, it was the weekend. That was only $20 I had. I wanted to smoke bud, man. I was a stupid kid. I wanted to have fun. So, I mean, they watched this fight, and I whooped the shit out of them. Blood everywhere. Cops come. His dad pressed charges. Well, after I beat the kid up, that's when everybody wanted to get tough. When the cops came and things like that. So they arrested us. 3 of us. Arrested me for malicious wounding and robbery. And arrested the other guys for accessory. Well, we went to juvie. And I was in juvie for about a good week. Finally got out. And get to school. There's a picture of the kid when he was in the hospital after I beat him up, going around saying that 5 people jumped him. That was a god-daggone lie, man. Nobody jumped that kid. I confronted that kid over something that happened 4 years ago, which I was wrong. I should have let this shit go. He robbed us at that. Stuck us for some pot. So I went to go get my money back. He wasn't trying to give it back, so I beat him up, whooped his ass. Fair and square. Yeah, I might have got the best of him. Maybe I should have stopped a little earlier. If I look back on it, I wouldn't have done it, you know. I would have made a better decision. But I didn't. I can't take it back. I hate it. And it happened, you know what I'm saying? But so we all go to court, and I proved to the court. Luckily, I mean, I didn't prove anything. I had a pretty good lawyer. But luckily, there was a store next to us called C0Ast that had video footage of us fighting. And luckily, the camera, they played I was so surprised. I was like, what the They were literally, and it was embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. It felt cool. I felt like Muhammad Ali, but I felt embarrassed at the same time that those people, you know, are sitting there watching me in court beat the shit out of some kid on video. You know what I'm saying? It might make you feel good in a way, but at the when you guys are put in that situation, man, I'm telling you, that's embarrassing, man. I didn't want people to see me do that. You know what I'm saying? So it proved, I know I shouldn't have done it, but it proved to the court that I didn't rob him. It proved to the court that nobody jumped him, but I was guilty of malicious wounding and assault and battery. Well, since the kid lied about every fucking thing, they dropped the malicious wounding to a assault and battery. They took off the robbery charge, and I got time served in juvie, and I got to go home with 12 months of probation, 6 months supervised and 6 months unsupervised. So I was like, cool, bet. Well, his family was still mad. Needless to say, I live in Virginia. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a black kid, and he and his family go back through from history of the Klan. You know what I mean? So when I get to school, there's this picture of him in the hospital bed going around saying everybody jumped him. Well, all his friends, they had a little skateboard crew that was like literally 100 deep that they've had since the 80s called 419. And honestly, I'll be honest, I grew up with some of those kids. They were cool, you know what I'm saying? And they should be historically in the history books because they started as a skate crew when back in like the early 80s or late 80s, and they're still a crew today. but it was called 419. I was beefing with the whole damn crew, dude. So they was like basically gang activity, and at this time, I ain't gonna lie, about a month later, I got put down on Crip. You know what I'm saying? So I was treating it like it was like they were rivals. You know what I'm saying? Like you would beef with the Bloods. I was treating them like they were rivals. I was doing dumb shit. And every day I went to school, they would try to, like, I had different people walking up on me. And needless to say, I couldn't fight in school no more, or I would get locked up. It would violate my probation. So that was very hard to do. Walk away from those guys, man, when they called me out in school. And they knew it, you know what I'm saying? Because a couple of them were in court with me. So they knew I couldn't fight in school. So they took advantage of it. Well, everything, I managed to evade some of those guys for like 6 months. Out of school, I fought a couple of them. I fought this one dude named Chris Perkins or Chris Burgess, something like that. Whooped the shit out of him. He was a little punk. He shouldn't have even been running his mouth. He didn't even know what happened. You know those people that go running their mouth about a situation and they don't even know the fucking facts? Excuse my language. He was one of those kind of guys. So I shut him up real quick. I said, first of all, man, nobody jumped nobody. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, the kid that I beat up, his big brother, at the Lions Club, going back to the Lions Club 30 minutes ago, that's who beat me up at the Lions Club. We was on feet, we was fighting on feet. I started doing good. I was hitting him with boxing combos, and there was a patch that was standing behind him. Well, I go to hit him with a power punch, and he ducked. After he ducked, I go over his back and fall down into the patch. He jumps down into the patch with me and full mounts me and start elbowing me and hit me with bows and things like that. So, and busted my eye wide open and fucked me up pretty bad. And then when the fight was over, I got up. His dad was calling me the N-word, and the kid that I beat up, his brother, was sitting there with a phone in my face. I smacked his phone all the way over to the grass, and his brother charged at me again. And thank God, I got one more hit in. But that was over, and that was one of the ones I lost. But, you know, that was a crazy story, man. It was one of the craziest stories, one of the craziest experiences I ever been through. Like, they were like, I went through so much shit for beating up a kid, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes it just ain't worth it, man. Get yourself into a gym if you want to fight. Don't fight on the street unless you have to. Now I understand having to protect yourself and not let nobody disrespect you or call you out of your name or your mother, and you know, some things are understandable. But if you can avoid it, man, most of these fucking pools out here that start trouble, they're a bunch of punks, man. You know, not a lot of people are about it. You know what I'm saying? Like they act. This kid had to tell a lie because he lost the fight. You know what I mean? Come on, dude, get over it. You lied on me, whooped your ass for it. You even stuck me for my money. At that, took my money back. And that's just the end of it. You should have just took your ass whooping. Now, everybody had to get, why people have to get locked up over it, you know? But it was the scariest situation when the cops came that night. And after I beat him up, and the cops came, his whole family was there, and like, I'm just walking out behind the gate with blood all over me. I mean, how does it look, a black kid walking out and there's like 100 you know, white people standing there? That's his family and friends, and it looked like something out of a movie, man. It looked like something out of a movie. They was talking shit to me, throwing trash, spitting on the ground near me, and you know, just acting crazy, calling me out of my name, and you know, life of Virginia, right? But yeah, I got all that straight. But that was a crazy story. It was just, that's when I started, but you know, when I was a knucklehead. So I got into a boxing class. I started training boxing for about a year straight. Was gonna get into some amateur fights, and here I go, been a knucklehead again. About 6 months later, I get into a fight in school. Knocked the kid out because after his brother beat me up, I had a black eye. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, 6 months, like literally 6 months after, you know, I got out and all this, you know what I'm saying? I went to school that Monday. Come on, man. Sorry, guys. I went to school that Monday, and, you know, my eye was screwed up. Couldn't fight in school, or I'd violate my probation. I was upset. I was embarrassed. I felt like a little punk because I had lost the fight. When you lose a fight, man, like, you know what I'm saying, and people see you lose, like when someone sees you, people see you lose, like, and you get the hell beat out of you, that's embarrassing, man, you know? Like, y'all, so you I know you understand the feeling that I had, right? But I mean, I didn't want nobody to see my eye. I didn't want people making fun of me, you know what I'm saying? But I realize now that I'm older that, hell, it's life, man, and I'm supposed to go through that stuff. I'm supposed to lose fights. You know, how the fuck am I going to learn how to fight if I don't lose? Or if I don't learn, you know? So, but anyway, needless to say, when you said I could fight, I appreciate the comment. But I would say that I could defend myself. If I was to stick with boxing and went the right way and didn't get in a fight in school, yeah, I could say I could fight. Because I'm skilled, you know what I'm saying? And I would be, you know, trained and skilled. But maybe I can, you know, I mean, I know what you're trying to say. I mean, I can fight, you know, for the street. But, you know, I'd rather be in the ring, man. I really would. But yeah, man, I was embarrassed. I felt like the world was over. You know what I mean? I get up that morning for school. I was raised by my grandma and my pawpaw. So they're older, you know what I'm saying? My grandma, my nanny's my everything. She's my queen. You know, just like my girl. Like, I told her that morning, you know what I'm saying? And you want to know something, y'all? Before you make a fucked up mistake, and if you love your mama and you know, you was raised by your moms or your grandma, you know what I'm saying? And you make a screwed up mistake and go to jail, let me tell you something. When they come and visit you, like when I was in juvie and my grandma came and visited me that day, to see her walk away and leave me in there, man, the pain on her face, and I felt like I was getting left behind or something, you know? Sorry, y'all. It's just a real emotional story. I felt like I really disappointed her. Every time I think about that, it makes me tear up, man. It's only because, like, not like, you know, going to juvenile or nothing like that. It's just the fact of, I felt like I disappointed her, you know? But I got out, got my, you know, as soon as I got out, went to school, I started doing better, you know what I'm saying? And then 6 months later, somebody's laughing at my black eye, and I felt all fucking embarrassed. My grandma was like, please don't go get in no trouble. She was upset about my eye. She was wanting to press charges. I was still a minor. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah, grandma, we're not pressing charges. You know, she's old school. She don't understand. You know what I'm saying? She don't understand. Don't talk to the police and, you know, things like that. She don't roll that way. She's a Christian lady, and she raised me to be a godly man. You feel me? And I am. And to this day, if my nanny say, if you lying, you know you going to hell, that's gonna make me tell the truth. I can't lie to her, bro. But that morning I just went ahead and told her, I said, Nanny, I'm getting ready to go to school. She seen my eye. She was like, please don't get in no trouble. I said, I ain't even say nothing, man. I just walked out the door. I love you, and that's it. She knew. Man, as soon as I get through the door, and my plans were the kid that beat me, the kid's brother, I was going to rematch him in the hallway. As soon as I seen him, I was going to stick him right in the face, and we was going to fight right there. That was my plan, right? Well, I didn't see him yet. I thought a kid was laughing at my eye named Gabe White. This kid's like 6'5", you know what I'm saying? real tall kid. And I was like, what are you laughing at? He was like, I'm not even talking to you, faggot, you know? And start cussing me and shit like that. And one of my homeboys was instigating it. He was like, yo, you hear what he called you? I'm like, I don't care, man. And dude stood up and he was like, yeah, hey, this and that and the third, and you ain't ready for me. And so I knocked him out. Hit him with a two-piece. Boop, boop. That's the only time I ever knocked someone out. And he didn't go to sleep. He just tensed up. He stiffened up and fell back. Like, you know how a tree, when they cut down a tree and they say timber, and it just slowly falls, he looked like that. And he kind of tensed up and scared the shit out of me. But I felt horrible for doing it, because he wasn't even laughing at my eye. I made a mistake. I was just mad. I was mad at the world because I lost the fight pretty bad. Had a black eye, so people are gonna know I lost. And I was just mad that day. And knocked the kid out in school. Got suspended. Thought I was gonna violate probation. My PO, he gave me one more chance. I don't know why he done it or how he done it, but that's the story. But sorry I gave you like a 2-hour story on have I ever knocked someone out. That was one of the only times I ever like literally knocked someone out. But I haven't never knocked no one out like how Ben Askren got knocked out. Never. I ain't never done that. I tell you what I have done though. I've Tony Ferguson a lot of folks, made them bleed. I'm a bleed artist. I'm a cutter. I'm not. I can't. I guess you cause I mean I guess anybody can be a sleeper, you know. I'm a cutter though, so I guess God gave me that gift to be able to cut instead of put to sleep. Yeah, man, it was just, it was I had an interesting life, man. It was almost like a movie, fam. It was almost like a movie. It really was. Cause like we used to do, like that ain't even half of it. I got way more stories than that. I might do a little story time on Coach Boy TV. I might do that and tell some stories and events that I've been through. And all of them are going to be true.
Hook to the head there by Dustin Poirier. If this guy doesn't move his head, he's not even. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is. No, he is unbeatable.
I ain't the baddest dude in the world. You know how people talk about something, they try to make it like they're the baddest guy in the world, like no one can beat them. And I ain't going to sit there in front of y'all like that. Yeah, I've lost fights. You know what I'm saying? But I've also whooped motherfuckers' asses too. Excuse my language, I forgot. I'm trying not to cuss on here. Terrence Crawford's getting the brakes beat off of him, man, right now. But I was talking, so guess what we're going to have to do? We're going to run it back one last time for him. One last time for Crawford. One last time for me, man. One last time for me, man. Hey, yo, everybody that's in here kicking it with me, man, thank you for coming in and kicking it with me, y'all. If you haven't never been on my page, check my page out. I got some creative casts for y'all. I always make the boxers. I try to make them as exclusive as I can. And tell you, your friends, hit that subscribe button, man, for me. It ain't gonna take you long. Come on, hit that for me. I need them, I need them, I need them. But I'll be honest with you guys, if my YouTube channel ever blew up and I started getting like famous and all of that, everyone who from the beginning that supported me, and you can ask anyone that knows me, I'm a real guy. I promise you, I won't forget that. So you probably will see some cash from me. It might not be $1 million bucks, but you'll be hooked up. If I was to blow up on here, because you guys are the reason why that stuff happens. Like Jake Paul should be giving money, at 50,000 and 50 million, he should be giving money to some people who started liking his page, who started in the beginning, who started supporting him. Those are the ones who should be, who he should give money to. You know what I'm saying? Not Connor. Them. And that's this real stuff, man. Let's go. Alright, here we go. It's the real deal right here. I'll give him just a sec, baby girl.
Yes, we are going to get a striking match. One guy is very good at kicks. The other guy has unbelievable.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Let's see what type of attack is going to win the battle of two great stand-up fighters.
What time is it now?
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the jump.
Slips. Oh, huge block.
It's 4 all right.
That's as good a combination as we have seen out of him here tonight.
I'm gonna finish this, and I might do a couple games of COD and hop off and get my clothes on. Is that cool?
I mean, everything is just flowing. It's like in a zone. It's like the basketball who becomes twice its size.
I'm just gonna try to make it in innings before 6 or 5 so I can spend some time. Yep. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to do that now. Hey guys, I gotta roll off. I'm gonna get some COD in for a little bit. Let me finish this. Look at Terrence Crawford getting it in.
Good series of strikes for him there, staying busy and staying.
I want to bust him up.
The accuracy is unbelievable.
Takes him down. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice job.
Good job, Crawford. We're going to try to work ground too, so.
But now it's not so bad. What a fantastic sweep. He's back in the clinch position. This is where he has done a ton of good work here. Punch.
I'm focusing
punch,
now.
Punch to the head from the clinch.
Oh. Okay.
Go get him.
Oh my gosh.
Under 3 minutes
Woo.
now to go in what has been a very fast-paced opening round here. Under 3 minutes to go in round one. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transition.
The transitions are okay. They're not the greatest. I could work on them. He keeps catching me with those blows every time I go to counter, man. It's annoying.
Big, massive shot lands. Look at how tough his opponent is, though. Still standing,
I'm gonna get him.
still in their fight.
Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop.
You gotta defend, but you can see him now.
All right, last time.
All right, so here we go with round one, classic matchup of
GH Kenny, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Thanks for stopping by, man. Hit that subscribe, bro. And add me on PS4. And if you want any boxers created or anything, even UFC fighters, let me know. We got you.
It's a very comforting thought for both of these competitors.
And they separate. Man, it's almost like he's got a rangefinder out. All right, so there it is.
Ooh,
everyone here during
keeps killing me with them takedowns, man. So when I hit R1, like how?
During their fight camp, they made a checklist, and they checked off the most important part of the fight, getting an early takedown.
Poirier gets up, he is back on the feet. Looked like he was in a submissive state on the ground, but he worked hard there to get back to the feet.
Ooh, what a punch.
These guys throwing early.
I gotta let him. I'm Terrence Crawford, man. I gotta put my boxing on there.
In a good striking flow here tonight, DC. That left
I'm not showing that real good.
Nearly puts him out, and you can't take many of them. Dustin's so big and physically strong for 155. I can't believe he's the fight at featherweight. He looks like he could never have made that weight. He's found his home at lightweight, and you see the damage he can inflict with one strike.
Oh, nice pop there from the crowd as he finally gets the takedown. He stayed committed to the offensive wrestling, and now he has his opponent where he is.
A sigh of relief from the people watching because they were tired of watching him flail around trying to get takedowns and get defended over and over again. Finally gets it. Now what does he do with the top control?
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career.
Oh, wow, oh!
And he's out. Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Dustin Poirier. Useful strike there. The ground and pound on point tonight. Back to the feet now.
Punch over the top.
Oh, good opportunity to do damage here. He's got that tie clinch. So just over 20 total strikes.
See, I want to work on my wrestling better, man.
Oh, that'll ring your bell.
But I might need to use someone who's good at it on the game and start first before I do a created boxer or someone like that, because that's not their purpose. Their purpose is boxing. So maybe I need to play with Khabib a little bit, learn the basics.
Dustin Poirier there sticks the target and then moves his head off the center line to avoid the comeback shot.
Head off the center line and watch from the counter with the cardio you must have in order to secure this many takedowns.
He's dominating me, man.
Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. Working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition. Big punch land. Ooh.
Slips to avoid the right. Throws the right hand there.
Dustin's hooks are overpowered ever since he beat McGregor.
Nice defense there. Huge block. Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. Oh, single collar tie here. Oh, and he lands another takedown here. Just doing a nice job not telegraphing his shot. Clean entries. The Olympian's got to like what he sees.
I mean, over and over, he gets to the legs before his opponent reacts. By beating him on the entry, now it's up to the opponent to keep up. But this got an angle here to try to change the position. He's gonna attack armbar here.
Terrence Crawford got some strength on him. If it was been anybody else, I'd have been gone by now.
And he's out. All right, 20 seconds to go in the round. Poirier gets back up again.
Look at the skip action that allows you to land that big knee.
Once again, employing the knee. And now he's got the tie clinch. Oh, nice knees by him. Man, he does not discriminate. He is throwing to all parts of the target tonight.
Okay.
Well, if you like wrestling and you like takedowns, I guess that's the round for you. He really had his way with his opponent there.
Yeah, he was able to secure many takedowns, switching up the techniques, constantly changing the angle, never allowing his opponent to get a beat.
Fighting southpaw, you know Crawford's like Hagler. He fights both.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Poirier gets caught with that punch. Got the single collar tie.
There's no tell on that leg.
God bless, man.
Let's see if his opponent can survive.
I cannot believe he is still standing after taking that punch.
Whoa!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Back to the feet. Throwing that jab yet again out of range. How good is that right hand?
Look at how he turned his hip into that leg kick. Ooh, what a punch. Oh! Now he's on top of him looking for the finish.
Well, he has certainly found the range and staying pretty busy here on the feet.
He's being busy, but it's also the timing and the accuracy that's allowing him to land so many attacks.
Just misses with a left hook there.
Oh, nice right hand.
Oh, a huge block there.
Nice straight punch.
Well, his opponent tonight has done a good job of getting back to his feet, and just as I say that, planted on his back again.
Another takedown over and over and over. Look, man, I'm a wrestler, and I love takedowns. Come on, do something different. Press punch. Do one of the special moves. I mean, Jesus, takedown after takedown.
And he's back up again. So the takedowns have been there, as have the get-ups. Poirier gets hit with a kick here. Let's see how he responds.
Beautiful body kick land right under the elbow.
Harry Wills. I was talking about Harry Wills the other day, man. Nah, I haven't made him yet. You know what? That's probably going to be the one I'm going to work on next, bro. I think I'm going to do that for you, man. Ah. Harry Wills. We'll get him to you. We'll get him to you. We'll get him to you, brother, man. I'm back, so. But listen, I'm hopping over to Cold War. Harry Wills, I got you on that. So just stay tuned and catch me on the fly, yo. Till next time, you know. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that like button, comment section. Show my man Danny peace and love. Rhino, everyone. Love you guys, man. Till next time.